Good morning. It's it's sober sunrise. It's Wednesday, August 6th, 2025, 8:14 a.m. here in beautiful Colorado. Another beautiful summer day. Can't wait till the allergies go away, but I'll take summer. I do love summer. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. And this one looks like a short reading, so let's just get to it. Before though, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe if you don't already subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, and then if you like the video, share it with someone who you think might be able to take something away from it. Okay, thank you. All right, let's read. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Yeah, this is a pretty famous reading from the big book. It's from page 62. My selfishness was the driving force behind my drinking. I drank to celebrate success, and I drank to drown my sorrows. Humility is the answer. I learned to turn my will and my life over to the care of God. My sponsor tells me that service keeps me sober. Today I ask myself, have I sought knowledge of God's will for me? Have I done service for my AA group? Okay. Short one. So let's break it down. We've talked about this a bit in other readings. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. You've probably heard me talk about fear and how it can either be a useful tool or it can be something that you hide from. And by default, most of us hide from fear. It's a natural reaction. It's something uncomfortable. We don't want to be uncomfortable. We avoid that uncomfortable feeling. But if you can learn to reframe fear in a way that's helpful and look at fear as a thing that's helping you learn something, you don't have to run away from it anymore. When someone knocks on the door, do you hide and pretend no one's home, or do you answer the door to see who it is? Really simple test. I was always I'm not expecting anyone. What's going on here? Suspicious, instantly fearful. That's how I've always operated. Fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, for sure. Self-delusion as well. Also, self-pity. Maybe I did more self-pity than I was about to say. I was about to say I didn't self-pity that much, but if I think about it long and hard, I probably will come up with a lot of examples where I did self-pity. Definitely self-delusion, for sure. I always had these thoughts of grandeur and, lots of ideas, no follow through, ways to be a better person, ways to get what I always wanted, ways to keep up with the Joneses, ways to do this and all these things. Lots of great ideas. I have lots of great ideas, but I don't follow through with most of them. We step on the toes of our fellows. So we do something driven by these not great characteristics that we've just been talking about. We do something to our fellows, whether it's our friends, our family, our coworkers, and they retaliate. And that's not a great place to be operating. My selfishness was the driving force behind my drinking. Yep. It is. I mean, Selfishness is the driving force behind us self-sabotaging, honestly. Like, it seems counterintuitive, but it's true. I drink to celebrate success. I drink to drown my sorrows. Yeah, I didn't need an excuse. I didn't need any excuse to drink. Whether things were good or bad, or whether it was nothing was happening at all, it was a good reason to drink. Humility is the answer, for sure. Last month, July, was all about humility. What is humility? For me, it's not thinking less of myself. It's thinking of myself less. Okay? It's trying not to think of myself so much, thinking of others more. And that is the answer. Being of service, helping someone else just because I can. All these things keep me from focusing too much on myself, which, that's usually a good thing when I think about myself less. It feels good to help other people as well. So it's, win-win. I think about myself less, which means I'm not focused on my problems. And then I get to help someone else. Everybody wins in that situation. Humility is the answer. I learn to turn my will and my life over to the care of God or my higher power. I don't have a relationship with God. I do have a very healthy relationship with my higher power. I learn to turn my will and my life over to the care of my higher power. What does that mean? It means I stop trying to control everything. When I'm operating based on my will and what I want, bad things happen for me. That's this. It all comes back to those two things. My selfishness, my will. Bad things happen for me when I operate with that as my operating system. But when I do this, when I turn my will and my life over to the care of my higher power, slowly but surely good things happen. My sponsor tells me that service keeps me sober. Yeah, my sponsor and I, right now we're working on step 8, my step 8, and so that's pretty much all we're talking about these days, but I know that service keeps me sober. What I'm doing right now is service. It keeps me sober. It is a little bit selfish, but it's one of those win-wins again. Like, I'm learning as I do this. Every single morning when I do this, I learn something. And maybe it helps you, or maybe it helps someone. And great, that way everyone wins. Service, showing up at a meeting when you say you're going to show up to make coffee or to greet people as they're coming and going from the meeting. A smiling face at the door of the meeting is something a newcomer might need in order to have the courage to step across that threshold and get into there. That's service. There's millions of ways you can be of service in your daily life. Service keeps me sober. Today I ask myself, have I sought knowledge of God's will for me? Have I sought knowledge of my higher power's will for me? I think for me, yes, I do that on a daily basis these days. For about the last, 2 months maybe, I've really been trying to focus on taking time during my day to think about that kind of stuff. To check in with my higher power, to think about it, to check in with myself. How am I feeling? To understand what my higher power wants from me in order to give me what it wants me to have. What do I need to do in order to receive what my higher power wants me to have? Because I believe that my higher power wants me to have a life filled with joy and happiness and abundance and wealth and all these different things. And wealth doesn't just mean money, but that's what my higher power wants for me. But it needs me to do certain things in order to be open to receive that. So what do I have to do? Have I sought that knowledge? Have I done service for my AA group or in general? You know, am I showing up and doing what I need to do in order to receive what is intended for me? Some days it's a strong yes. Some days it's a I think so. And hopefully very, very few or 0 days are no, I haven't done that today. Something to practice. Seek knowledge of what your higher power has in store for you. Try to understand what your higher power wants you to have, whether that's God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever it is, Thor, the universe. What does it want you to have? What is your gut? What is your instinct tells you that your higher power wants for you? You've probably always known it, and you've always had this idea of like, this is what I think my purpose is. This is what I think I'm supposed to do with this life. And you've probably always kind of had an inclination of it. And now it's time to pay more attention to it. Trust it. It might not be, movie star life, mansion on the beach type of life. That's okay. That stuff's all surface level. And you can't be happy just based on what you have and what you can flash and show off. Because many, many wealthy people out there will tell you that money does not buy happiness. If you can have happiness and peace and serenity and then go out and also achieve wealth and abundance and security, great. Then you are winning life. But you have to do some work first. Turn your will and your life over to the care of your higher power. See what happens. Give it a year of just like, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Stop trying to compare yourself. Just be of service as much as you possibly can. And see what happens a year from now. Check in with me on August 6th, 2026. All right, I got to get going. This was a good one. I like it. I like the ones that are short and to the point, that have a lot of depth. Yesterday's was great. Today's was great. So it's a good week so far. But yeah, I got to get to work. So have a great day. You can do this. Be of service today. Just because you can. Don't expect anything in return. And see what happens. All right. So thanks again. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, do all those things. Let's help the algorithm learn that this is helpful and it should show it to more people. And whoever you are and wherever you are and whenever you're listening to this, you can do this. I support you. I believe in you. You are enough. You are loved and you are supported from afar, or maybe you're right around the corner from me. I don't know, but I am sending out my love and support to you today, and I hope you can feel it. You can do this. Just make little changes and do the best you can today, okay? All right. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye.